morning show. We're on air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Well, hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox. You're on the panel tonight. There's my two muckers, Bridge and Fox. How we doing, mate?
Evening, Ox. Evening, Bridge.
Couldn't get off a mute there for a second. Good evening, gentlemen. Can I just say a big good evening to the guys in the panel, huge good evening to the guys in the lobby, and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening, and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How you doing, Bridge? All right, mate?
Okay, pal. I'm fine, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad at all. Slowly get Sunday out the system, mate. It's always difficult, isn't it?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Absolutely.
You
And
think
what
it's-
about Fox? Is Fox all right tonight? Is he reported in to you tonight, Fox? Yeah.
I'm no one for spreading rumours, as you well know, Bridge.
What?
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, I'd rather no say at the moment.
Oh, come on.
No, I can't.
Well, man,
Everybody in the lobby wants to know.
I had to listen to you two rambling on about politics for 10 minutes there. That's enough for me. I'm keeping quiet on it.
Very good. Very good. I like it, pal. I like it.
How are you, Fox, mate?
I am jolly today. Pretty miserable the weather, right enough, but never mind. It's to brighten up for Saturday for our wee bowls.
We bowls. We'll get a team. The boys, the Rangers Radio team, comes through for Fife Bridge. We're looking for silverware this year.
Okay, I should think so. You have enough chances at it.
Looking for silverware, Fox. Even if you have to steal it, get us a cup.
Oh, I know. I'll need to get kind of shifty with the wee fingers and lift a cup for somewhere. Even if it's only for 10 minutes to get a photo took.
Back to your youth then, eh?
Dear. Aye, so that should be a good day for a good cause, Fox. For a good cause.
As it's for Erskine, as it has been for the last couple of years, and they've managed to top each donation every year, and I don't think this year's going to be any different.
No,
Boys
they
are
work-
doing a terrific job.
They work hard about it, you know. Every time you go in one of my locals, it costs you money, doesn't it? Fox?
Aye, sometimes aye. You don't mind, mate, when it's going to a good cause.
Good cause. And the boys who do it, and particularly the lads who runs it, Ian McInnes, had a bit of a loss. His brother died this year, so the trophy's been named in his honour, his brother's honour, and they do a great job. And they've raised absolute fortunes for Erskine Hospital, Bridgeman.
Yes, indeed. Is that the boy that there was a wee issue with the payment from us?
That's correct, mate. That's correct, mate.
Is that going to happen again this year?
Oh,
I don't mean the mistake. I mean the payment.
I think it's all sorted, mate. Everything's sorted.
Excellent.
Everything's
So you
sorted.
paid it then?
All I'm saying is everything's sorted. Is that correct,
Okay.
Fox?
That's correct.
So when do you
well,
want me to pay? Who do you want me to pay?
It's a need to know basis, Bridge. and
Okay,
you
pal,
don't
I'm
need to
happy.
know.
I'm saying nothing. They've got no money for changing hands. I'm happy.
We will be appearing in my new Rangers Radio strip this year as well, so...
Oh, we get sponsorship then.
I heard they're a small medium. Yours, Fox, is that right?
Small, medium.
Small medium for me.
Just out of curiosity, what have you got a strip for?
That's just to look the part, mate, that's all. I'm on emergency standby.
Oh dear. Right, we want silverware, Mr. Well, you're not the skip, but you're the team manager, aren't you?
No, I'm just convener, social convener, mate. I just
Right,
deal with the bevy.
That's been the trouble, French man. There's been too much bevy and not enough bowling.
That's it. I think he finds a nice comfy seat, so he can maybe sit and watch the bowling for a few minutes, and then another seat in the pub. That's him.
Anyway, silverware, Fox, or you're needing to relinquish your post.
Aye, well, I've had a good run at it so far. I'm quite happy. You can take care next year.
Anyway, good luck for everybody involved in the Rangers Supporters Erskine Association Bowling Day on Saturday, Partick Bowling Club. And let's hope they top the £8,000 they raised last year, Bridgemana.
Oh, absolutely. A brilliant organisation. Great stuff.
All right, so we move on then. I've got a wee question for you. I was sitting there and see if we can do it between us, if we can dust these here. And if other people want to get involved, they can. And I think we've signed Kent, we've signed a lot of players, but signing any player's a gamble, Fox, you know? Any player injuries, loss of form, doesn't fit in your team, you know? We're hoping that Kent can hit the ground running because he's been ways before, eh?
Aye, obviously he knows the script at Ibrox. He enjoyed himself the last time he was here. Don't think there'll be any problems in settling in. Just hope he gets back to the same sparkling form he was in before he left us.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. They've got you down in the lobby as a sponge man.
Aye, well that's a good name, aye.
Oh, brilliant. To be fair, there was bloodshed last year, wasn't there?
Oh, I had to sit them down and explain there's a wee camber on the bowls and that's why they were drifting the wrong way.
I love it.
Oh, dear. Aye, so hopefully Kent can hit the ground running for his bridge, yeah?
Well, I think that a lot of that's to do with the opposition as well. I hope he remembers in the few months that he's not been here. I hope he remembers who he played against and what they were like. I mean, teams-wise, you know. I'm sure he'll not forget playing against the Celtic the last time where he ended up getting a red card after the match, like, you know. And the treatment he got for Scott Brown, I hope he never forgets that. And we went out there and do something about it next time we play them. That's what I would like to do.
The best way to shut these people up, mate, is put the ball in the back of the net.
Absolutely. But I have to say this. My thoughts have been deep over the last couple of days. I'm bordering on disappointment. I think I've sort of hinted about it last night. I'm disappointed with Goldson. I think that was quite a very, very poor, in my opinion, a very, very poor display, particularly that part where he gave the bad pass.
He never recovered.
Exactly.
You know, he never recovered. So, well, people want to join us, give their thoughts at the end of the club. What's the number, Fox?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
Who else can join us, Bridge?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online. And if they haven't been here before, then Old School Blue will bring them in. And if they have, they should come in automatically. And please, enjoy yourself. It's really good.
All right. We thought it was Old School Blue because of the Rangers, didn't we, Fox? We thought it was because he steaks.
Aye.
Or his movies, one or the other.
Anyway, I think you've been joined by your first caller. They left again. I'll try and get him back in then.
Right. He's left again.
Who was it? Traveller?
We'll keep him as a mystery guest.
All right, okay.
But he's on the airwaves. You what done there?
Heard it, pal. Heard it.
Right.
Well done.
So, your point in Goldson, mate. That for me, the whole match turned in that sort of, if you like, 30 seconds of madness. You know, they didn't look scoring. They'd huffed and puffed the first 10 minutes. We get our foot in the ball. Only doing a lot, granted, but they weren't threatening us, and we were slowly building myself into the match. I felt, and then we just went flat after that, and that was an error. The boy made an error, and after that, you could tell his confidence had been affected a bit, in my opinion, Bridge.
Yeah, 100% agree with you, 100%. I thought it was quite noticeable that after that, Katic kept sort of sneaking over to the right as well. But what I found, in looking at it, what I found was that the big Eduardo, Edson Eduardo, isn't it? Something like that. What's his name, the boy that scored?
I don't know, you're the expert, mate.
I couldn't tell you.
Edward.
Anyway, Edward, right, okay. He was, shall we say, getting taken care of by Katic. And Katic won just about every ball against him. So he was drifting over to the right, or our right, sitting his left. And Katic came so far and then stopped. And I'm afraid that although Golson managed to beat him a couple of times, he started to get fangled up him, you know. The boy's quite skillful, gets the ball in front of him, holds the ball, manages to shield it pretty well and bring people in. But, you know,
Talking about bringing
Golson's...
people in, we've been joined with our first caller this evening.
Good evening.
How is one?
Very good, aye. Well,
Aye.
as good as can be expected.
Hi, you doing, Travel? Okay.
I am very good, Bridgeman. Yourself?
Ah, brilliant, pal, brilliant. You don't sound too happy, but what's wrong?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're still
I just,
hurting for Sunday?
I thought this... Sunday. I've already got past Sunday now. That's, we'll move on. The old Sponge Man there, I think that's quite a good name for him. To be fair, the only thing he does so... I don't know. The only thing
What was that, Travel? I missed that one. What was that? I missed that one. What did you say about Fox?
I'm saying the only thing that he soaks up is a drink.
Aye, he is like a human sponge.
I'm getting fed up with my name getting tarnished on this programme.
Do you know, in fact, whilst you're on there, Fox, the best thing about Sunday was your hair again, mate. That was the only highlight of Sunday.
Oh,
There was loads of highlights in it.
you know, Travel. I've been complimenting him on his hair for the last month or so. It really is absolutely superb, you know. It really was, you know. And everybody I meet asked me, "Did you see Fox's hair? Was it nice?" And I said, "Yeah, it was lovely, lovely."
Just because I've had to comb it hair a wee bit. I
like it.
Fox, I don't know if you noticed, but he's get mentioned in the Scottish Parliament as well when they were having a wee pot shot at Nicola Sturgeon dyeing her hair. She said, "You've just upset every woman in Britain and Fox." I don't know. Remember that?
Nice one. Poor Fox. That's not fair, then.
Anyway, back to Sunday. How it was when I met you boys before it, and when we were talking about the team, I think everybody had these concerns even before the game kicked off. I think we all had the same. We all went into the game with the fear that we just couldn't understand the setup. And as the game, I hate to say it, but very, very early on, I think we all kind of started to. Well, for me, I was wondering why are we. It was as if we were scared of them, and that bothered me because I know everybody keeps saying about how well they are attacking and they're scoring so many goals. I thought we'd been defending great for the start of the season. So my attitude to it was, hang it on, get stuck in. Let's if it turns out the game's 4 each, I'm not caring. But the way that we set up actually played the game for them, didn't it? And that was the unfortunate thing. There
was too many players. I'll be honest with you, Travel. I couldn't work out where Aribo or Kamara were playing. I really couldn't.
Yeah, right. I don't know what position they were in. Don't know what their role was. I actually wonder about the manager's game plan, and that's not a game to be changing things, is it?
No, you've got to go in and be confident with a plan, and it just didn't work out. We've been joined by Wheels, but we've also been joined by a caller on the phone, so I'll take the caller on the phone first. Evening, caller.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How are you doing?
Hello, aye. Graham from Bonus.
Oh, Graham.
Oh, Graham, how you doing, pal?
Aye, no bad, mate. I've third time I've phoned in.
Right.
Just listening to all your calls here, I thought, well, Gerrard, brilliant manager. He's made his first mistake on Sunday with that starting lineup.
Yeah, that's a fair comment. We've got to be fair. He's took us a long way. I think it's always exasperated.
For the subs they brought on, that should have been the starting lineup.
Let me think. How did we finish? Aribo. Ojo was on.
Aribo was lost.
Morelos was on. And
John.
who else? He had Arfield back midfield.
Yeah. Aye. It was the wrong starting lineup for me, like.
All right. Fair comment. But look, I think you're spot on, Graham. I maybe argue about maybe who should start and maybe one difference, but I think we all agree he got it slightly wrong on Sunday. But I think
It's his first mistake.
the big picture, he's done a fantastic job.
Oh, he's done brilliant. He's brought the faith back to us, you know what I mean?
Aye. Travel rug, is that I'm struggling to argue with Graham.
No,
He's been brilliant.
I would agree,
But
and the
his
reality
first
is that
mistake
if he's
was
going
his
to make
start
a
line up on
mistake,
Sunday.
if he was going to make a mistake, I would rather it was on Sunday than on Thursday night. To be fair, so
Aye.
Sunday's one that we can recover for. Thursday,
Oh, aye.
Thursday's probably helped us out longer term, but
And you get
pay the money
You
for
get these
Ryan
people
Kent.
saying that the league's over
Oh.
after 4 games.
No,
Okay.
no. What it
See
means
what I
is
mean?
we need to go on another run, Graham, and we need to go win in the league and keep winning.
Oh, aye, it'll come back, like.
Aye.
Definitely.
Who's pleased you? Who's pleased you, Graham, so far?
What's that?
Who's pleased you over the piece so far?
The start of the season?
Aye.
I would say the defence.
Big
Believe it or
Katic.
not.
Big
Katic, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Barisic should have played on Sunday.
Is that because he's naturally left-footed and could go forward?
Nah, not because he's left footer. He can hit a free kick, you know what I mean? And the free kicks we had, no, you see me have done it at St Mirren.
That was a great goal. Great goal.
It was a brilliant goal. He would have put that away. Fraser Forster had none today, basically on Sunday.
But set
Aye,
pieces,
two shots to save. That's all he had, pal.
but set pieces were poor, Bridge, yeah?
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. I think that our normal attacking person who pushes forward a lot is Tavernier. But I'm afraid that they were picking him off. They were sticking 2 on him sometimes, and he couldn't quite get through, So a bit difficulty there.
I noticed that when Morelos came on, they had 3 on them.
That's right. But they had the boys, they had the young lads and they can run all day type of thing, Although, looking at them, they kept falling down in the second half with cramp.
Aye.
A lot of rubbish. Just wasting time, it was all.
Aye.
No, I thought
definitely.
Tavernier needed a bit of help, and he wasn't getting it all the time. But when he did get the help, and he was able to sort of beat them and show them what to do. Obviously, his final ball wasn't as good as he can do. I thought Flanagan on the left played quite well, but you could see well, we know his limitations. He can run with the ball and he can pass the ball inside. As long as he can do it with his right foot, you very rarely you'll see him actually trying to pass with his left. But sometimes he's forced to do it, and it happens,
My man in the match on Sunday for us was Stephen Davis. It's just the fact there was nobody there to help him,
I wouldn't disagree with you too much there. I thought Stephen Davis, and I like Ryan Jack as well. But then again, I have to say, I'm a big fan of theirs. I like they two. I really do.
Aye, definitely.
Anyway, I'm going to bring in Wheels.
Yes,
right, I'm gonna go anyway, boys. Yeah.
Right, Graham. Thanks for the call.
Right.
And don't
Right,
be frightened to
Yeah,
phone
cheers,
in again.
Graham.
We are the people.
You
Well
are
said,
indeed.
Graham.
See you later, boys.
Cheers, mate. Evening, Wheels.
How we doing, gents?
Well,
Hello there, Wheels.
How we doing? All right.
we're getting there. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm just thinking.
Oh,
Do you
no,
think
here
it's
we
time?
go. What have I told you about thinking?
I know. It's a dangerous thing. Do you think it's maybe time to drop Goldson and give Helander a run? I mean, surely you don't pay $3 million for him to sit on the bench. Maybe now is the time. I mean, that's been a few games now that Goldson's been a bit iffy, if you ask me.
All right, I'll go to we're 2 centre-half experts, and then I'll go to Bridge and Fox. Fox.
Look, he has a few scary moments in games, Goldson, but I think it's him that commands the back line. He's also vice-captain behind Tav. So I think Steven Gerrard puts a lot of faith in Goldson. And that mistake was obviously stuck out as a bad moment in the game for him, but the rest of the game he never put a fit rank for me, so I don't know. I think he'll hang on in there for a couple of weeks yet unless he makes another couple of glaring mistakes. Katic was punished badly for a mistake he made in the game last year, and that's when Worrell came in. And if he makes another glaring mistake, I think it's time to take him out and see if we can try another pairing.
Can I,
Bridgman.
Can I just say that I actually agree with Wheels, but I'm not dead sure if this is the right time to do it. But during this, I don't know what time he's going to have, maybe a week with the players over this break, maybe more. I do think he should maybe stick Helander and Katic as the twin centre halves, and let's see how good they are together. I think we need Katic for his height and his shall we say, his attacking the ball type thing, you know. And he's really good. He's really strong. And I think Helander will help everybody who's on the left hand side, and it lets him get a chance to do it. I'm not dead sure why I would like to drop Goldson, but I think somewhere along the line I would like to see Helander and Katic, and I think they might prove to be quite a pairing as we go forward. The only thing wrong with is fine with Goldson is that a couple of times, just as we've said before, we're not saying anything different. There's a couple of times he kind of stumbles a wee bit, takes his eye off the ball, hesitates, call it what you like, but it does prove to be quite costly. There's a couple of times he's managed to get back and recover it, or Katic just cut in and covered it, you know, that kind of thing. So there is a wee mistake in him, maybe more than one, and I'd like to see Katic and Helander play for us and see how they go on.
All right, Travel Rock, and then we've been joined by Stardog. We'll go to Travel Rock first.
I don't think we should drop Goldson. I think bar Sunday, I think we've all been impressed with our defence so far this season. We've had some good shutouts in games where we'd probably lost goals before. We've played well in Europe. So for me, I wouldn't be dropping Goldson just as a reaction to one game. I don't think that's the way of building a good team, particularly central defenders. I like to see a partnership and maintaining a partnership. On a kind of related note, what makes you think that Helander's a replacement for Goldson? I would say that Helander's the left side of the partnership.
Katic is right-sided, so you'd move him to the right and Helander would come in to the left. I think that was the thinking. Wheels.
Oh, do you not think Edmondson, anytime you've seen Edmondson, he's looked reasonably impressive. He's no...
The boys never let us down.
He's no... So I'm not... Everybody seems to just be going on the price tag. I want to play on form, I'm afraid, and I want to play on the proof that they've done it. Nobody was complaining about Goldson on Thursday night when we shut out the Polish team. So one game doesn't make somebody a dud, I'm afraid. So I'd be willing to stick with it a wee bit. And just one other thing about the defence. A lot of folk have been complaining about the left back position and going out and buying another left back. I think Barisic had done well the last couple of games. I kind of agreed with playing Flanagan on Sunday there. I think maybe his aggression is something that was needed. He's defensive. He's primarily a defender. And also Barisic had took that knock on Thursday night. So I wasn't complaining about the Flanagan getting the game. But what I think it did show up, and somebody was talking about Flanagan's limitations, as soon as Tavernier was marked out the game, and they obviously identified Tavernier as a danger, then you're actually looking for some maybe coming for the other side. And Flanagan hasn't got that same attacking flair or the same threat going forward that Tavernier does, and then that did show up the limitation there.
One thing, lopsided, mate.
There's something that I think maybe we mentioned it before, but one thing that bothered me about Tavernier, and particularly somebody mentioned about set pieces, we didn't change the set pieces all the time. We just made it easy for them, didn't we? Every cross went in was the same. And when you've got a 5'8", 5'7" striker up against 6'3", 6'4" centres, you're not going to win much, are you?
You know what disappointed me with that? Just before I bring Stardog in. See, at the start of the season, some of the friendlies and that we were doing, corners, etc., we took them short, moved them to the box and changed the angle to move the other team centre-backs about. On Sunday, they were a far bigger team than us, yeah. It was just food and drink, and then when we got free kicks in a decent area, we couldn't get it past the first defender, never mind into a decent area.
No, it's poor.
Evening, Stardog, how we doing, mate?
Evening, guys. How are you all doing?
How we doing, mate?
No bad, mate. Just what you're saying about the set pieces there, Oxford. I mean, there was even a corner in the second half where he kicked it out of play. He never even made the first man. And Davis went on the corners after that. Yep, Davis went on the corners after that. And to be honest with you, mate, his corners weren't really much better either. I mean, the only aerial threat really we have in the box is Katic. If Morelos isn't in the park, Golson, he gets goals and things like that, but he's no. I wouldn't class him as an aerial threat. Like when Katic goes up in the box or a Hide, you know he's going up in the box or a Hide. Like he'll just push everything out his road to get there. Golson's a bit different. But as for dropping him, I mean, I wouldn't even say he had a bad game, guys. I would just say he had one moment. He just lapsed in concentration for one moment of the game, and it's like he was already worried about the headlines the next day after he did that. He couldn't get back to his game. He couldn't try and focus and try and redeem it. He was too busy worrying about the headlines the next day, I think, because I think he knows the size of the game it isn't that he'd messed up. But I don't think we should be too harsh on Connor, and I agree 100% with Travel. I just don't think anybody should be talking about replacing MD just because Hollander cost $3 million or whatever. I think Edmundson's no looked out of place at all. I think Hollander might give you a bit more an aerial threat, but no, George Edmundson's looked alright when he's come in, so I'd be happy with that. But I think with him being with Goldson being the vice captain, things like that, I just don't think that Gerrard will take him out of the team. It would send the wrong message, so it would. I think there's a time and a place to send the kind of messages.
Stardog, can I just sorry, just about the thing about Goldson with that bad pass.
Yeah.
What I noticed was that they were closing us down an awful lot, and it was.
Yeah.
It was. I know Goldson is getting the blame because he made the pass, but I think that our midfield, who have been very good, very strong, very. There's been a lot of movement for our midfield. That's been the most impressive thing. I don't think that he was getting many options, and Tavernier was getting marked at the game. I don't know if it was a panic pass or whatever.
No, in my opinion, Travel, I mean, I think the defence seen far too much of the ball on Sunday, mate, if I'm honest with you. I don't think the defence should ever see that much of the ball. I thought also we looked stuck for options in the midfield. I don't think Stevie Davis played bad. Ryan Jack didn't show up. I don't think Stephen Davis played bad. He was trying to pick the ball up. I mean, a lot of it just wasn't happening for us, but 100% Travel, you're right, mate. The defenders were getting marked out of the game, but their strikers, they just pushed us that high up the park. And Golson has been known for being very, very calm on the ball. Sometimes he's too calm. I think Ox, you were the one that said a couple of weeks ago he gives you the fear when he looks for that long pass. Sometimes he's too calm and casual on the ball. And I would just like to see him take it a bit more serious, because he's not the be all and end all in that team, but he is a very, very important player for us.
He's no Baresi.
No, he's no Baresi, mate. He's no. That's what I'm saying. He's not the be all and end all, but he is a very, very important player for us. And when he keeps it simple, he's a good defender. He gets too calm and too, I don't know, just far too casual sometimes. I think he thinks he's a ball playing defender, and he's a centre back for me. He's not a ball playing defender at all. I think he thinks he is. George Edmundson's a ball playing defender in my eyes.
What are you calling him?
A ball playing defender.
No, it's like George what?
Like Edmundson.
I thought it was Edmundson.
Well, whatever. Edmundson is like
a Brazilian. It sounds as if I turned him into a Brazilian.
It sounds better, isn't it? Wee Giorgio Edmundson.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that, Travel, won't he?
That's his new name. I'm going with that. Giorgio Edmundson.
The Brazilians at the half I've got sitting on the bench, Travel.
Can I come in on that, Oxchair?
Get Giorgio on.
Edmundson on. When you go.
Edmundson, Can I just come in on that, Oxchair?
Aye, of course, mate.
I was just going to say there, look, I don't think anybody's actually getting on to Goldson. I think Goldson has been a really good player for us, and I think he's the number one centre-half at the club. That's my opinion. But I've seen a couple of wee mistakes in him, and I think that during this extended time that we've got, if we've got enough time to do it, I would like the manager to play what do you call him? Heralding, whatever his name is, Helander, and Katic. You know, left side, right side, just to see how they are, and that would maybe give Big Goldson a bit of a break, because I think that's maybe what he needs. I don't think we're going to ignore Edmondson. I think there are going to be lots of games, both away games in Europe and things like that, where we're needing somebody with that wee bit pace at the back. I think you'll find they'll play them. He'll get a game there. And there'll be lots of games for him. I don't think MD's going to be ignored, because it's going to be quite a long, hard season, and we need people that can actually tackle and can run. But we also need people that can jump high. And I don't know, I've not seen that much of Edmondson to say that I don't think he'll be any slouch, but I don't think he's the biggest.
Oh, Giorgio Edmondson, aye, he can jump.
Sure. I'm just meaning, if you think about, if you're going to pair up Big Katic at 6'4" and Helander at 6'4" as well, that's no bad heights. Nothing like the Celtic boy on Saturday is 6'7" and 6'5". They're two centre halves. So when we were talking earlier about balls getting boomed into the middle, they'll suck these balls up all the time in all probability, you know, or they'll miss one or two, but they're really good, and they'll get big, gigantic defence. We don't have that. But Goldson might just need a wee rest, and then he'll come back again for sure.
Anyway, Wills, does that answer your questions? The panel's pretty split. I don't think we've been too harsh on Goldson, but we're saying he did make an error.
At least I got some agreement. Normally nobody agrees with me on anything.
We're not saying we don't like Goldson, we're just saying we prefer Horsio.
Who's Horsio?
Horsio.
I agree with what Bridge said there. I mean, it probably is tight. I mean, he's been a constant figure in the team. He's played every single game for the last season and a bit. So maybe, you know, a break won't hurt him.
Wheels, and I know you were getting that you had the sunshine that other people agree with you. Why do players need breaks? We're a month into the season.
Because
why do we need to give players a break?
He's a professional footballer. He's not a robot.
But come on.
I knew a guy who took no well in his work, but the whole of Ross at standstill and had to get. And he only because he had an upset. Everybody needs a break sometimes.
What? A break? What did they do?
Well, it's just there's two things. There's two things.
It might be more mental than physical. It could be a mental break.
Come on, boys.
Confidence is a big thing.
Come on, we're a month into the season. We were flying. We're buzzing. Everything was going well for us. Why do we need to talk about giving players a break? That actually takes me to my next point.
Just hold that point. Wheels isn't finished.
No, I'm finished. I
want Wheels' response to this one, because
right,
he's just made this point there about he needs a break. See, on Thursday night, Jordan Jones is on that wing and he puts that cross in right onto wee Alfie's head. Bang! Alfie puts that ball in the pokey. That's it. The whole place just gets set alight. The players are absolutely buzzing. But what does the manager do? Leaves the two of them stewing on the bench on Sunday.
I made a mistake.
So
made a mistake.
No. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, aye, but Alfie played 90 minutes on Thursday night, or 95 minutes, or whatever it may be." Oh, but I'm not surprised that Defoe's in. Why are you not playing your top striker, who's absolutely flying after scoring the goal, which turned that stadium upside down on Thursday night? See this carry on with giving players a break? No, take advantage. See when a player's on good form and he's full of confidence and he's buzzing, you keep pushing on with these players. I'm sorry, I'm not into this. Oh, he's played for 3 games in a row now. It's been a hard few days for him. Or he's mentally get stuck in there. Take it. You make hay whilst the sun shines. Ox, come on.
Could
you honestly imagine Walter Smith taking Brian Laudrup out when Brian in the run up to a big game like that? Come on.
On you go, Bridge.
I was just going to say that it's fair to say that, shall we say, hindsight's a wonderful thing in reality. But I think if the manager was given the chance again, I don't think he would start the team the way he did against Celtic. I think it would be an entirely different setup, and I don't think he would have wingers in. If he was given the chance, he would have wingers in. And I agree with Travel when he says that. I think Morelos, it would have been asked if he was fit, and he would have said aye, in all probability. So you get out there and do what you can do. I'm not saying he would have done any better, but the strength, the man's got a lot of strength, and I dare say he would have a bit more tussle about him. I don't know whether we would have changed the game. I would like to think it would have, and I'd like to think the manager thinks it would have. So he may not make that type of mistake again.
What was the decision on Sunday, Trevor? We were standing there debating the team, and we were all wondering when the win was going to come from.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I remember having this discussion with you before the game, and I think our fears were born out during the match. But I'm sorry, the manager is as culpable as the players. The players didn't perform, but the manager's selection was very, very poor. I was really disappointed.
There was over 1,000 people took part, mate, and 75% said the manager got it wrong.
Mm-hmm. I'm not denying that, but and the players didn't help. But I just think we set up completely wrong. I don't know if there was confusion there, whatever. But for me, and if they turn around and say that maybe Alfredo can't be trusted in the games, see if that's the case. If they can't trust him to keep his discipline, then don't have him at the club, because you need every one of your top players to be available and to be available for selection for these games. I don't think that that's the case, because I think that Alfredo has not shown anything to give us any concern about this season. It appears to be that his discipline, it looks as if he's got. He seems to have got it under control. And
I think it's a complete opposite, Travel, I think, mate.
Go on then.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with Travel. I think it's a complete opposite. I don't think he showed us anything to be concerned about. I think, if anything, he showed us a new side to his game. I mean, he's been kicked in games and things like that, and he's actually let the opposition players pick him up off the grunt. He's been away. The amount of free kicks he's won as alone this year, I mean, he's definitely 100% improved, and he's shown us that he wants to be there, and he's definitely changed that to his game. And honestly, I could honestly say 100% beginning into this game on Sunday, I had no fears about Alfredo Morelos starting up front. Like, that was the last thing on my mind, was his discipline, mate. It was the last thing on my mind. I was just wanting him to go out there and get his first goal against them, because that's all he needs to do. It's just break that seal, and he never got that chance. And I'll tell you something else. See, when he did come on, he had the Bolian goalie, or whatever his name is, he had him in toast within 2 seconds of him coming on.
I know.
It's just, I mean, I just don't think, I said it last night, Travel, mate, I don't think we had any pace or any directness in that. I think he get the front three rang, mate. I would have played Jones, Ojo and Morelos. That would have been my front three.
Stardog, why for what reasons he dropped Morelos for that game? It's completely.
I just think he tried to back it with midfielders for possession of the ball, to try and control the game and then take it for there. But I mean, I don't know. I said it last night on here. I mean, Jermaine Defoe was non-existent. Morelos, if he's not in the game, at least he plays to the crowd. At least he can still get a crowd pumped up and things like that. I mean, that goes a lot for you in these kind of games as well. But he did get his front three rang for me.
What you said there about packing the midfield, and then you said I was pumping the ball at the park. What was the game plan? If what you're saying is right, that he's packed the midfield to try and win that midfield, but we didn't even play through the midfield. We pumping the balls up the park to the big centre half to head back to us. Am I right, Ox?
That was very, very poor. There was a big gap between the midfield.
Yeah.
And the forwards. We talked about that briefly the last couple of nights, but this is only a point of view. I'm not saying the manager got it right, but maybe with Defoe and Arfield, who have generally linked up play better than, say, Morelos and Arfield. But that was all I could think of. And then when I see a Rebo out on the left, and then the next thing he's on the right, and then I'm thinking, where's he playing? And Kamara was back at times beside Flanagan, and you're saying, where's he playing? You know?
Yeah, I think they've done a Rebo a total disservice on Sunday, mate. I think to put that boy out in the wing, what the talent he's got, and for me, he's better than Kamara. And my midfield would have been different as well. My midfield would have been Aribo, Jack and Stevie Davis in Sunday. He got it wrong. I just think, I mean, we know who played out there in that wing last year. And we know what he did to them last year. And to put Aribo out there and to expect the same result, I don't know what he was expecting, because he's a totally different player. I mean, I said it again, I'll go back to it. I said it last night. We got the ball high up the park sometimes on Sunday, and Aribo had to go back inside because him and Arfield don't have any pace to burn. Jermaine Defoe's got no pace to burn either. It's just, we just could not get ourselves up the park. We were losing balls in their half, and they were just pinging it straight up to him. He was holding the ball. They were winning free kicks, and they were frustrating us. It wasn't a pretty watch, but I mean, we can't obviously keep talking about it forever, but he really did get his team rang on Sunday, and I hope it's a huge, huge lesson learned. And I'm just so glad Ryan Kent's back now as well, because that just puts that left-hand side to bed. That's at rest. We're always going to have pace on the left-hand side now. I know that. I'm happy with that. Ojo just needs to catch fire, and then Morelos is the main man up front.
Well, Wheels, and you come, mate?
I was just going to say, mate. I mean, the two, you know, the left back and the right back, it was a first ever Old Firm game. We made that ball and goalie look good on Sunday because we weren't putting enough pressure on him. Do you know what I mean? I was expecting the wingers to be played and for him to be tortured for the entire 90 minutes. That's what I was expecting, but we made him look good. Aribo, for me, he was just lost on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't himself. He wasn't what we've seen of him previously. But for me, the biggest mistakes were obviously not playing Alfie and not playing the wingers. That for me is what cost us the game.
When we set up, I couldn't work out because Kamara, Jack and Davis. Kamara, Jack and Davis. So you're saying, well, they played three, and then as Aribo and Arfield got a free roll, and then as the game started, Aribo came out to the left, but then he wasn't there, which is not good to let Flanagan run into pace because Flanagan's not going to help teams. So the manager made a mistake, in my opinion, but I'm sure he'll rectify it going forward, Travel Rock.
Can I come in, Oxter?
Aye, on you go, mate.
I was just going to say that I think I saw something in Follow that young Jordan Jones, it's only going to be 3-4 weeks he'll be out. That's what I read. It's not anywhere near as bad as they thought. They thought it was going to be serious ligament trouble, knee ligament, I think. But he said this, I think he had a scan or something like that, and they reckon it's not going to be anywhere near as that. Could be 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. So that's really good news for us. Really good news.
Aye.
But Tracy's saying she heard 6 or 8, so it could be 6 or 8.
Well, when he starts getting near that kind of space, we're getting near the break.
The thing is, with Kent coming back though, he's probably not going to. Kent's going to be straight in there for me.
Oh, don't doubt that for a minute. Don't doubt that for a minute.
So
It just means there's no reason to rush the boy back for his injury. It might just keep him off until after the break. Now, there's no reason to rush the boy back. We know we've got a replacement in there for him. No, no replacement. Kent's going to be the main man, but you know what I mean. There's no reason for Jordan Jones to go and rush his cell. There's not going to be this pressure on him to get back and things like that because we're a man short in the left wing now. So I'm just glad of that.
Anyway, so
well, aye, that's true.
There's no rush for him anyway. So.
I'm just glad that's left.
I think that might be a good idea. That might be a good idea then to declare him fit and available, and he can't play because of the 3-match ban, and he can get himself ready. So you cover all bases. That's what I would say. Anyway, declare him fit, and he's banned for 3 matches. So that's it. So he might be out for 8 weeks as opposed to 5 weeks.
Can you come travel?
I would just like to go back to the boy Aribo. I think he's been impressive, bar maybe the last couple of games. Again, that for me, that's no reason to start talking about dropping the boy. He's a young lad. He's came up there. He's probably been taken by surprise the pace of the game, and then the the enormity of some of the matches he's played in recently, the European matches and all that. I think we can all maybe remember Fernando Rickson's first Old Firm game. I don't think anybody ever thought he would come back for that, but Fernando did, and he was always his first Old Firm game was a disaster. But I don't think he let us down in many after that. So maybe Aribo's just something that, again, it's just going to be a wee bit of patience and let's not jump on the same with the Connor Goldson thing. Let's just not throw the baby out here that we've actually got some decent players in the makings of a good team there.
You can't turn around and say that somebody played well when they never, mate.
No, I agree, aye, but
it doesn't necessarily get you dropped the next game, but
no, it shouldn't be, but we shouldn't be reacting the way. I'm reading some of the stuff about dropping this one and kicking this one out and
shooting some of them.
I know.
But we always overreact when we have a bad result against them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you think about it, it was bad for us. They broke away, scored a second goal. We were trying to get an equaliser, which is fine. But it was nothing like if you turn back the clock 2 and 3 years, mate.
No, aye. No, definitely.
Different kind of game altogether.
And it's the way, I think we all walked out of the game thinking we never played anywhere near our potential. We didn't even set up in a good way to challenge them. So
aye.
If I was to play them again tomorrow, I would be confident against them. Whereas I couldn't have said that 2 years ago. Whenever you didn't want.
I think that's what actually gets folk more annoyed though, because I think the fact that it is a level playing field now and we know we can beat them and things like that, like you're saying, compared to the utter devastation that was like 2 or 3 years ago in all firm games, nobody really looked forward to them games at all. But I mean, it's a level playing field. We've done them, and 3 out of 4 games we were the better team last year. I know the results didn't go our way at Parkhead and things like that, but in my eyes, 3 out of the 4 games last year, we were better than them. We were a better team than them. And we've improved our squad this year, so I just think everybody was expecting something we didn't get. It was just like building us up, and nothing happened. And I think that's where folks' frustration came from. And obviously, you're looking for somebody to blame, and then Connor Goldson gives that pass away, and it kind of sets him up for the fall. But I just hope that that's a big learning curve for us now, and we just need to focus on the rest of the games of the season. Just need to take it game by game. Get a good international break underneath our belts, and then start again at Ibrox against Livingston, and just keep it going for us. That's all we need to do.
For Oxter, you know that. I mean, we're saying there our next game's against Livingston. I mean, they're just behind us in the league. I think we're only 1 point ahead of them or something. So it's going to be a massive game, huge game for us.
They're all massive.
Of course, I was just about to say that. A slip of the tongue there. I think every one of our games is massive games, but the way they roll on, it's incredible, quite incredible. So a big hill to climb. We beat them at Ibrox, which I'm hoping we should. I think we should do it. And I hope we do. That gets us the 3 points and gets the gap going, and we'll see how it goes on. But no doubt about it, that team are playing quite well. It looks like anyway. And I used to watch Sports Scene on a Sunday night to see the games, the highlights of the games. I haven't seen it for quite a wee while now. I haven't looked at it at all this season, so I don't see them and I don't hear what the comments are, and I don't see what the trial by Sports Scene mob are like. But if anybody watches it, they could maybe let us know if you follow what I mean, what they're saying.
Well, two teams in the league, the new Bridgeman, that are exceeding expectations is them and Motherwell. Motherwell seem to be getting their stuff together this year as well. Livingston are proved they're no just here to make up the numbers. They shocked a lot of folk last season as well. They had a great start to the season, and they kind of dropped off. Towards the end of the season last year, and they looked as if they're going the same way this year. They lost a lot of big players. They lost their captain, their centre back. Obviously, Ryan Hardy's not there anymore either, so they lost a few players in the summer now, but they seem to have got themselves together. They've got a decent manager. Well, I can't remember his name, but he's a decent manager because he's been solid for them ever since he went in there.
Gary Holt's the manager.
Gary Holt, that's the one, mate.
He was in hospital, wasn't he? Was it him that was in hospital? Was it him that was in hospital there?
Yep.
So they've been playing well, and they've got, unfortunately, they've got one of the plastic pitches, but it's at Ibrox, so we shouldn't worry too much. But we need to be there. We need to be aware and go out and beat them. We need to have. We need to have Ibrox as a fortress. We definitely need that, and I don't think any Rangers fan would say no. We need to have a team that can play at Ibrox and no let anything past us at all. Clean sheets, and take them apart at the other end. That's what we need.
No
We need
more
to
of this
build it.
1-0 caper. Proper Mollocations now, Bridgeman. No more of this 1-0 caper.
I'll tell you what, I took a Bridgeman noon Sunday.
Absolutely. Yeah,
You know.
absolutely, pal.
When he got the first
Well,
two
remember we
results,
said that a couple of weeks ago. We said we would take 3 1-0s in a row. We nearly got them, hey.
Got two. I got two, didn't I?
Aye, we
In
got
fact,
2 out of 3. Aye, we nearly got them.
what Travelrock, I think some of your comments, what you've been reading and that, but they tend to overreact when we get a bad result against them.
Aye. But we're all hurting, I suppose, because I think we'd went in there confident and looking forward to it, and the first chance to maybe open up a wee bit a gap on them, and I think it was just because we didn't turn up. It's not as if they were magnificent and played us off the park. We gave them it. We'd set up Orang. It was just that big disappointment, isn't it?
It was like after the Lordsmere Fair.
Yeah, definitely.
Thursday night. Yeah, that's a point. I'll take that to you then. Wheels, I'll go to Wheels. But did the emotion for Thursday affect my performance on Sunday?
I would say so. 'Cause, I mean, it's a well-known thing, especially in Scotland, that teams suffer from what we call a European hangover. And I think because of the fact that went right down to the last minute, it was emotionally draining for everyone, not just the players but the fans as well. Do you know what I mean? It was that whole thought of, is this going to go to another 30 minutes?
Wheels, can I just remind you, the Soap Dodgers had a game on Thursday night as well. They didn't have a European hangover.
I know, but they were...
And they were away for home. We were at home on Thursday, and I'll remember, mate.
Let's be honest, though, they were comfortable. They were already through.
No, really, mate. They only won 2-0 at home. Their ties can be turned there and there's no way they went out there and felt comfortable. There's no chance. They just went out there and they done their job, mate. That's all they did. And then they came to Ibrox and they done their job and all. We never done our job. I don't believe in all that emotionally. It was emotionally draining for me on Sunday. I couldn't get my act together for the Old Firm game. Like that's MD has that attitude. I'm not even worth a Rangers tat in my eyes, mate. If you can't get yourself emotionally pumped up for an Old Firm game, there's something not right with you.
Sometimes the strange thing is, it doesn't matter what you do, you just can't get that level again. It just happens. It's sport, because if it wasn't like that, the favourites would win every week and we'd all be multi-millionaires.
Right, you were at the game on Thursday, Austria. Do you think we put everything into that Liga game on Thursday? Do you think your team gave everything they had on Thursday? Because I don't.
Oh, we put a lot in there, mate. A lot. We were wave after wave of attack, mate. We were pushing right up to the dead.
I know that, but I'm saying I think our team's very capable. Again, I'm not complaining about the result. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I've seen Rangers play better. I don't think we put so much into that game that we just had nothing left for the Celtic game. I just think that's unheard of, man.
No, but I'm not really talking about maybe sometimes physically. Sometimes people can't get themselves back up. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying, was it a factor? I don't know. What annoyed me watching the game was we couldn't pass the ball 10 yards.
Right. The simple things.
Sorry. Let's ask this question then, right? If we had played Morelos and we had played the wingers, would we have won that game?
The trouble with that, Wheels, isn't we would have liked to have done that, but you might get beat 5-0. You'll never be able to answer that.
Right.
I think we would have had a better chance than that.
But I believe we'd have gave a better account of ourselves Sunday.
Start, dog. Calm down. Bridgeman.
I was just going to say there, Wheels, we would have had a better chance. I mean, we're speaking with hindsight again. That's great. We'd have a better chance if we knew that the lineup was quite a normal Rangers lineup with two wingers, two guys wide and things like that. I'm afraid it just didn't look like a Rangers team, and they were, shall we say, the best man in the first half hour was actually John Flanagan. He snuffed out James Forrest in the team, so he was our better player in the first half hour, in my opinion. And I think the manager even mentioned it at the end, so quite incredible.
Sorry, can I just reply to Bridge before you go to start there, Ox? The other thing for me as well was, see if you remember back to the two games at Ibrox last season, both games we were in their faces and we closed them down. When we went back to, stepping back off them.
We made a mistake.
Everything we've done that. You see the last kind of handful of Old Firm games that we've stepped back off them, they've beat us. But when you're in their faces, they can't handle it, and that's what we've done twice at Ibrox last season. So I don't know why we didn't do that again. Do you know what I mean?
I can't answer it. I don't want to ever go to the manager start, Doug, but I think we got it wrong. But that's hindsight, isn't it?
That is, mate, and sorry for interrupting you,
No,
Bridge. You were
that's
coming
all right.
across a lot later than on my microphone for some reason.
Yeah,
mate. I didn't
I
mean to
think
interrupt you.
He is a bit
Not at
slow.
all. I think there is a bit of a lag
slow.
sometimes with my
Aye.
microphones. So my apologies to everyone.
He's a bit slow, start Doug, remember?
Apart from my mentality,
But no, I'd be the last person to come out and criticise Stevie G, mate. But I mean, all we can really say is he got it wrong, and that's all you can say. They showed up, they did what they were supposed to do. They nicked our 2 goals. We only played off the park, but he did get his tactics wrong. Would we have won the game with 2 wingers? Obviously, that's if buts and maybes. We can't say that, but I definitely believe we would have gave a lot better account of ourselves. I mean, the last game we played them at Ibrox, Kent shut him down. Was it Lustig? Shut him down within the first minute and a half of the game. Won a free kick, and there's your first goal of the game. It's just simple things. Just even a player that can just get you that wee bit up the park, or take a man on, win you a free kick, give your team a break or something. I was just so surprised that, I mean, the amount of complaining we've done about the wingers that we've got. We've got too many. Where's he going to play? Where's he going to play? And none of them played. I couldn't get ill that from. I don't know. It seemed to me like we panicked. We panicked and set up this team to win the midfield.
We can have a wee breather. We'll have a tune. And we might have a change of subject. What do you think, Travel Rock?
You crack on. You're the compere.
No. You're the brains of the operation, mate. Get yourself in mute and we'll have a tune.
Got a wee problem with the music, Ox. Just carry on for a minute.
But it gives a live performance.
Ox, what I was going to say, you were talking there about the emotionally drained or whatever for the Thursday night. We've heard the manager say the words before about emptying the tank. We're coming up to that international break. He could quite easily have done the same there and went out with that same team for the Thursday night and just tell them, right, give me what you've got. You're going to get a fortnight off. I'm seeing pictures of some of the players already out having a wee holiday and everything. I don't think I'm no willing to use that as an excuse that they were drained or tired or anything.
That's fair.
But we did see it last year, Ox. We did see it last year with in the same kind of fixture, didn't it? We played them after Russia, wasn't it?
Aye, but we played that game with 9 men and then travelling back to Russia. I mean, obviously we were on a high on Thursday night. And then when we seen the team, All School Blue sent me the team on as soon as it came out on Sunday morning, and I was like, I thought he'd photoshopped something.
I've sailed the bright Atlantic.
There he goes, the live version.
Pacific shores. I've sailed around the stormy capes. I've heard the 40s roar.
If you've done that one, singing the blues, me and Traveller could come in with
You got me singing the
Cha
blues.
cha cha cha.
Well, the moon and stars no longer shine. The dream is gone, I thought was mine. There's nothing left for me to do but cry all over you. Remember that one, Travel Rock?
His granda used to sing it.
I was going to ask Ox for a clue.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. Tommy Steele.
Tommy Steele. What age is he?
And the cavemen. He's older than me, that's for sure.
Right, you're all right to go to your tune now.
Thank Christ. We're going to get him. That's not
I'm very happy, pleased with that. The weight wasn't too much.
Bridge.
What's that?
Tommy Steele.
What was it? Singing the blues?
Was it? Right.
And say, what do you call it? Half a sixpence.
Half a sixpence. That's what it was. Right, get yourself a mute. I will have a tune. Well, thanks for that, Fox.
I'm exhausted.
That was
exhausted.
Steele, that was Big Tam Steele on the big drummer.
That was great.
Some well-known numbers there. Right, Stardom. What else is on your mind, mate?
Just honestly, mate, just looking forward to the end of the international break. I know it's barely even started, but that's really all I'm looking forward to, mate. Just getting back to the league and back into Europe and things like that. I'm excited for the group stage. That's a Champions League group on paper. I don't care what anybody says, Europa League or no. Their teams are that's a Champions League group on paper. And I'm so excited to welcome Feyenoord to Ibrox. I can't wait for that tie.
That's a big that one. I think if we win it, and hopefully win it, but it wouldn't be the disaster if we get a draw. But because I see a lot of teams taking points off each other. Stardom.
I think Porto should ace that group, mate. Looking at it from a realistic point of view, I think between us, Fenerbahce and Young Boys. I mean, Young Boys, mate, they're really a Champions League team. They're more or less in the Champions League every other year.
Mate, I don't mean to be rude, but we've got caller, mate. Evening, caller.
Alright, how you doing, Ox? It's Cheap.
How we doing, Cheap? How's things, mate?
Aye, not bad. I've not phoned in for a wee while, man. I've just been listening to you the past couple of nights after Sunday and stuff when I've been driving home to work. So, plus I heard you were having a wee bit of a malfunction with your 10 o'clock tune and somebody was starting to sing, so I thought I would save you for that and try and get in.
Well, he's not very good, but he thinks he is.
That's a shocking statement to make.
What's on your mind, Cheap?
No, I've just been listening to what you were saying about the game on Sunday and stuff, and I know you've kind of went at it and that, and I'm not wanting to glare, but
No,
everybody was
keep your thoughts.
saying I've not been able to get many videos up on the channel and that, so I've not really spoke about it myself, but see, for me, I mean, there was everybody's talking about the starting lineup and the way the game was and stuff. I just think see one of the days when it's just know your day. There was just so many things in that game that just pointed towards that. I mean, there was a time in the second half, like Stephen Davis tried to make a simple pass to Tav, and he just booted it right out the park. There was a time when we were on a bit of a counter attack, and Ojo just hit it right out the park when he was trying to get to Aribo, and there was times when Goldson just hit it out the park, and obviously the pass that he made to give away the first goal and that. There was just, I think, there was so many individual errors as well as no playing good collectively as a team. And I think it just wasn't our day. Obviously, Steven Gerrard has been absolutely phenomenal for Rangers, but he's no without some criticism. You know, he's going to make mistakes. I feel he made one or two on Sunday. I think the fact that we were far too narrow had a big impact on the game. I'm not saying if we'd played wingers we would have necessarily won because of the other points I made as well. It's one of the ones that just didn't seem to be our day. But I just think I think the criticism that he's took on the team I think is justified. I do think that we probably should have started Jones in place for Kamara and just kept Aribo at his natural position. Again, I mean, Jones might have came on and had a howler. We really don't know, but I think for me that was kind of when I seen the team, I was a lot less confident. I would say that's probably the biggest thing that annoyed me on Sunday was the fact that I was really confident getting into the game until I saw the lineup, and then I was like, oh dear, we're really.
Is that what you said? Is that what you actually said? Oh dear.
I was like, oh dear, sitting there, all posh in the house. I wasn't swearing or nothing at the telly, but.
But see, Jim, I know you've not been on for a while, mate, but in the big picture, are you happy how things are going? Definitely. I mean, look, you can't. I mean, Sunday was horrific. Like, it's still, I know, even signing Kendon Monday, Sunday's still bugging me. Do you know what I mean? Because they are really nothing special. Like, they never showed. We weren't under the cosh or anything at any point. I don't even necessarily think it was a 2-0 game. It was one of the typical. I mean, look at their goal that clinched it. We basically didn't have a defence. We were gone for it. It was basically all or nothing. It was a case of we're either getting the equaliser here or we're going to concede again. You know, so I don't think it was necessarily a 2-0 game. I think there's a much, like you say, there is a much bigger picture. Qualifying for Europe this season, I think, is a much bigger achievement to last compared to the teams. I mean, Midtjylland and Legia are two really well experienced teams in Europe, and we've not beaten them. And any of the teams are playing European football. We've managed to put them out, and as much as people are saying we scraped it past Legia and stuff like that, I mean, with 2 clean sheets against a really good side. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. We got the all important goal, man. It doesn't matter how late it comes. We beat them, and we are there and they're no. So, a bigger picture, it's a really good start to the season. I did say that the last 4 games would really define the season. The 2 against Legia, the St Mirren and Celtic. But see, if I'm being honest, man, there's plenty of games that we dropped points in last year that we should have won. And even at that, if we'd won the games, we would have been a bit closer. But this is just one game. Do you know, there's a lot of football still to be played, but I'm a lot more confident now that Kent's in. I've got to be honest. The second point I was going to make to you was something that I had kind of been asking was, have we improved on last? Has the squad improved on last season?
think the biggest issue with that was probably Kent, because I don't necessarily think any other player that we've lost, low knee or permanent, had as big an impact as what he did last season. And the fact that we've got him back in, I think, as of Monday, officially, we've got a better squad than what we had last year.
I'll take that to Fox. I'll take that to Fox then, Bridge. Fox.
Oh. Got a wee problem with my sound here, mate. I'm going to get back to you.
I'll go to Bridge and then travel.
But Jeep speaks a lot of sense as far as the squad's concerned. And I was just saying to him last night there, Jeeves, that I was sitting with the guys that I sit with up in the Copeland Rear, and we were all virtually saying the same thing. There was a distinct lack of skill, and basically a big gap. And one of the guys says, "I think we need Ryan Kent," even although we sit there every week to watch the Rangers, and the ones that we've watched through Europe and so on and so forth, we've never said that before, that we need Ryan Kent. So we definitely miss somebody with the skills and speed of feet, a bit of pace about his game. We desperately needed that. I don't think Ojo gave us anything, to be honest, on Sunday. Much as we like the guy, he just didn't do anything for us. And Aribo was played right out of position, in my opinion.
Travel?
I'd like to know why we didn't sign Ryan Kent before Sunday. Because as soon as we got that result on Thursday night, I'm thinking, that's us got the coin now. Let's go out and get Ryan Kent. And then we leave it to Monday.
So it's either the money for Europe or it's a knee-jerk reaction to Sunday's result. Is that the point you're making there?
And I'm not saying it's a knee-jerk reaction because I kind of had a feeling we were always going to sign him. I just wish we'd signed him. I would have loved the club. No, I would have loved the club to have went out there on Friday and went, "There's your money, bang," and then we announce him on Friday afternoon. After the high of being on Thursday, to go out and announce that on Friday, we'd have went into that game on Sunday absolutely buzzing, and then seeing Ryan Kent making his debut in that game, that would have been smashing. However, I'm not saying that's what the manager would have done, because I think him and his management team, obviously, they had a plan there, and no matter what players were available, I don't know that they were ever going to set up to be that offensive, and that's a wee bit worrying. So that would be my only concern about it. It's great that we've got Ryan Kent. I applaud the board for supporting the manager. I applaud the manager for having the patience to get Ryan Kent. I just wish they'd done it a wee bit earlier and give us that wee pump up before that match against them. But fine, we've got him in. We can move on.
Start, Doug.
Well, I don't know about anything else, but I like a wee bit of drama, and I would have loved to have seen Ryan Kent signing on the Friday, because I think if MD wants a psychological edge, see for him coming back just for that game, like obviously we didn't come back just for that one game, but see for him coming back just in time for that game, like Travel said, that would have gave us a massive shot in the arm. So it would have gave us a massive shot in the arm. They would have been bricking it and all. But does anybody think that Stevie G's maybe decision not to play any wingers was a wee thing to the board, that he doesn't maybe think these wingers are good enough, and that was a thing before Ryan Kent for them to urge them to go and get Ryan Kent? Do you think there was anything psychological in that, Ox, maybe?
Can I come in on that, Ox?
Aye, of course you can, Jerry.
That is exactly what I thought.
Do you think so, Wheels? I think there could be a bit of psychological play in that, 100%.
That is exactly what I thought. I was actually discussing that with a couple of guys in work, and I think that is exactly the reason. I really do, because I think maybe, I don't know if in a way the board would have been thinking, right, is this worth it? Do you know what I mean? And then Stevie's done that on Sunday and went, right, he's kind of forced the hand in a way. I think that's exactly what happened.
See, I didn't know if I was just being paranoid or not, so I thought I'd put that out there.
Who said that?
He's messing with me. He's inside my mind.
See, just what Chief was saying there, Rox, about the, is the squad stronger?
Aye. What's your thought?
I think it's a wee bit early to tell. I'll be honest.
All right, well,
Bringing Kent in, it's going to improve us massively, right? But what I'll say is, we need to be careful not to pin all our hopes.
No, we said that last night.
On that one man.
I don't know if you heard, Gary. People were saying that Kent will not win as the league. The whole team has to play well. But with 13 games in Travel Rock.
I know. I hear you.
So we should have an idea of the players now. I don't like judging the first 2 weeks, but 13 games I'm judging.
Look, I've not got a concern about the Jordan Joneses and I think where's everybody getting for this boy Ojo being a failure? I think Ojo's been alright. A lot of folk are saying he's a one-trick pony. There's no end.
I like him still to travel.
But
I'm not a big fan of him.
The jury's still out Travel. That's a different thing.
He's not been a failure. Yeah, he's not been a Joe Dodo, has he? He's not been that type of player where you think there's nothing. There's something there to get excited about with quite a few of these players. So I'm sorry. I think we've started the season well, and I'm happy with the squad. To get Ryan Kent is a complete bonus as far as I'm concerned. I think we were already stronger, but I think now that we've got.
The Ryan Kent one, did you not see it coming?
On Thursday night, after we got that result, I said it to one of the boys on the bus on the way home. I said you can put Kent in the back of your strip if you want now. I think that's going to be all right. I could see it happening after getting that coin on Thursday night. Once we'd qualified, I thought, right. I think I get the feeling that Steven Gerrard is the type of man that gets what he wants. So, and he said that he wanted Ryan Kent, and that's where when we'd got that qualification on Thursday night, I thought, right, Steven Gerrard's going to march into that chief, whatever he at Robertson's office or Mark Allen's office and say, right, I've given it, I've delivered. Now you deliver for me, and it's hard to argue with him because he has. The guy has delivered. You just need the final thing now. He needs to start delivering some trophies, and I think he's been supported by the board. He's been supported by the fans. Now, I think we're all going the same way.
It's a team
but
effort.
I'll come back. I'll come back to the
effort.
fans thing later. If you're looking for another subject, I'll come back to the fans thing when you've got a minute.
It's a team effort, G. We're in it together. The board, the team, the fans. They were bit. So far, so good.
Aye, definitely, mate. That's what it's all about. So, I just wanted to phone in and kind of give my opinion on it. I've no fun in Caballero and I enjoy listening to you and getting the opinion.
You're always welcome on here, mate. Look at the guys on the panel, right? You're a star.
Oh, can I ask you a quick question before it goes, mate?
There you go, mate.
Chief, you were talking earlier on, mate, it's Wheels here. You were talking earlier on, mate, about the points, the silly points we dropped last season. And that, are you confident that we'll not be dropping the silly points this season?
No, we're going to drop some points along the way. Do you know what I mean? That's inevitable. Even the best teams throughout their seasons will drop points. Do you know? What I'm hoping is that we quite honestly just don't drop as much. I mean, we've already won 2 games this, albeit we've lost an Old Firm game at Ibrox, which we didn't do last year. But I mean, we've went down to Rugby Park and won, which we failed to do last year, and we beat Hibs comfortably at Ibrox, which we failed to do last year. It was just the escape my 1-0 win, but the other 3 games they took points off us. So I think it's about kind of. I mean, Aberdeen were really tough for us last year, you know. So it's about these games, you know. We won't really know until we're right in at the season, and as long as everybody stays fit and stuff, I feel we've really improved in terms of depth. I think, even if you've got Jones and Ojo, they're going to have more of an impact this season than say Gresda did last year. So I think
maybe an impact than Gresda did last year.
Do you know? So exactly. Do you know what I mean? So. So that's kind of the fact that I think what a lot of people were doing, people were probably saying Jordan Jones, he's not good enough to fill Kent's boots, or neither's Ojo or bit. But the fact now that we've got
Kent back, it takes the pressure off Jones and Ojo a wee bit, that they're not having to replace him. They can just come and be their own player and make a name for themselves on their own. And I just feel that I mean, I know Candias has left. Candias is probably the biggest loss that we had over the summer, but even at that, I still feel he was replaceable. I didn't think skill wise he was ever going to be a game changer, you know. In my opinion, I might be in a minority there, but
well,
not
Steve, but I think we just wanted a wee step up in quality, and whether we've got that with the boy Ojo yet, as I'll say it again, the jury's still out. But talking about people that's used to dealing with the jury being out, how are you doing, Smurf? Evening?
I'm all right.
Dear. He's a shocker, isn't he, Smurf? He's a shocker, that man.
I know. But he's good value, he's cheap.
There
we go. Aye, I'm doing all right.
How's the gout?
It's doing all right, mate. It's improved.
Good, mate.
It's improved, mate, yeah.
And how's the homework going, mate?
I'm just taking a break for it now.
Because obviously we're expecting you to be top of the class.
Aye, well, you know, I think you've got to. I think that's my point with this call. Is I think we just need to manage our expectations, don't we?
All right. So, what is your expectation?
Well, my expectations of the course or Rangers. What are we talking about here?
Rangers.
I think my expectations are that our manager doesn't prove points to the board by leaving or omitting crucial players and playing stupid formation.
What a point!
And throwing Old Firm games. Maybe not intentionally, but by default potentially. I'm not so sure that he actually did that, but.
Are you saying live on air? Because I know Stevie listens. Are you saying live on air that he deliberately threw that match?
Of course not. Of course not. Absolutely not.
All right, just wondering, mate. I was just thought I might have been missed.
Absolutely not. Could have been misconstrued. I was being a wee bit facetious, but
so just
no.
You, I did the gags on here, right? So just you carry on.
You're a comedian.
Good gags, I mean, I did the gags. The travel rugs are even worse.
Why? No, I just think the lineup was just a joke, really, wasn't it?
I think everybody.
We've laboured the point, aye.
Aye, everybody's agreeing with that. From Morelos not playing to where was the wind? You know, where was Kamara playing? Where was Ojo playing? Should Arfield have been playing? Because, I mean, I know people... But I think he was running on fumes, mate. I really did.
Aye, I've been saying that for a couple of weeks. Aye. Who knows what goes on with those?
Ox. I've got a question, and just when I see the panel that's on and some of the people that's joining, I've got a question for you. In fact, you were there both games Thursday and Sunday, which is post fine by UEFA. Do you think that the atmosphere at the stadium has changed in the last couple of games?
I never noticed any difference in the atmosphere, mate, personally.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you
Bridgeman
tonight.
Oh, that's right. You were Thursday night. You were in the posh seats, and then Sunday you were back in with the plebs again. So, I'm interested to see, because I'm a wee bit worried. I mean, I thought the big banner that they did on Sunday, that was great, but I'm just a wee bit worried that some of I just think that the atmosphere is a wee bit diluted.
No,
I'm afraid that's...
On Thursday night, the singing was coming from all four stands. On Sunday, the support went flat, in my opinion. and I'll go to Big Ulster because he's joined us, in my opinion, as the team went flat.
Okay.
But I get your point, mate. But only time will tell if the atmosphere's changed. Evening, Big Ulster.
Evening. How are you all?
All right, your good self.
Yep, I'm good. I haven't really heard much what you've been talking about. I was just back from the Rangers meeting there, so I'm literally just in. So,
all right, mate. We're still trying to get over Sunday's hurt. I think we've also been joined by Aldo. Evening, Aldo.
How you doing, man?
All right, mate. I'll come back to you in a minute. Ulster, how we doing, Aldo? What's on your mind, mate?
I'm going to go back to the Ryan Kent situation.
Yes, mate. Yes.
First of all, I must say that I'm the happiest man alive. The fact that Ryan Kent has came back, he's signed, he, in my opinion, an absolute true blue. What I would like to ask the panel and anybody else out there, we were talking about a while ago that we need another striker. That was something that was posed to the panel. That's something that was posed to everybody else. Would you prefer another striker? If the transfer window was still opened, would you prefer another striker that is untested? Well, I'm being a bit.
You're loading this question a bit.
I'm loading this question. What I'm saying is, would you prefer, if you had one of two transfer gains, would you have preferred a new striker to Rangers, or would you prefer Ryan Kent to Rangers?
All right. Can I just change it a wee bit then for you? The question.
Sure.
We spent $7 million roughly in Kent, yeah.
Yep.
Would we prefer another winger for $3 million and another striker for $4 million, or would you prefer Ryan Kent?
Would you prefer a striker worth $7 million that is untested in Rangers, or would you be more happy with Ryan Kent?
All right, Big Ulster, you've just joined us. Give your thoughts, mate.
Ryan Kent all day long. Proved it already. What he can do for our team. We've missed him massively, I think. If he was signed a couple of weeks earlier, he'd have been playing in that game on Sunday. That's why I can't quite believe why we started that game with no wingers when it was, we really should have started wingers. It just didn't work, unfortunately, in the first half. And I think if he was playing, he'd have definitely made a difference for us. And they're feared of him. And he's a quality talent who's been here and he's done it, and we know what we're getting with him. So I would be picking Kent all day.
All right, Smurf.
Hello, sorry, what was the question there? Missed it.
Oh, you're going to do better than your test at the end of the week.
Send it next week.
I'll move on to Aldo.
The question is, you've got a chance of one transfer, somebody to come into the club. You've got Rangers to buy a new striker to give it kind of three strikers, or you bring in Ryan Kent. So you bring in another striker that we all a lot of us feel that we need, or you bring in Ryan Kent.
Depends on the striker.
Well, a striker that's untested.
Well, no.
Not tried and tested.
I'm not. That you've answered everybody's question, I would imagine. You're always going to take a tried and tested of anything over the untried and untested.
We've been joined by Jim. Evening, Jim. How are we doing, mate?
No bad, guys. I've just tried to keep my thunder over the last couple of days, man. What were we all talking about here the last few weeks prior to the build-up of the season? What we didn't want Rangers today and didn't want Gerrard today was this chokeman changing. It's brought our backsides already this season. Unbelievable. I cannot believe he went out there and played that formation and no players in no positions at the weekend. I think he made a total backside it. And due to the players, I'm not blaming the players. I'm blaming him for Sunday.
I think the Thunder's still there, Ox.
Oh, no, trust me, that's him. Calm down. You ought to heard him on the phone on Monday. This is Wednesday. I don't disagree with you, Jim. I was disappointed when I seen the lineup. Bridgman.
Yeah, I think Jim's right. We did say these things, and a lot of fans were more vociferous than others. We shouldn't be messing about. My own philosophy was much like the manager pick his strongest side, or whichever side he wants. We have to cover it and enforce it, and enforce it. I'm afraid that based on most of the guys' thoughts here since Sunday night, I think the manager has made a mistake, or more than one. Certainly the selection process, or with the selection they had, a lot of folk couldn't believe it. But we hoped. We went out there and we watched them. We got into the stadium, we watched it, and I must say they weren't that bad until round about the half-hour mark when we gave the goal away. I think once we seemed to lose heart, both the supporters and the team. That's what it looked like to me.
Startup.
It's just all down to the selection, mate. I wouldn't it's hard for me to turn around and just blame Gerrard, because I love the guy to bits, mate, and he's done so many good turns. It's unreal. But he did get the tactics wrong on Sunday. We've all said it so many times now, but it's just got to be a learning curve for him. I don't know why he decided to pause. I mean, Travel Rug said it and all. We've all been confused as to why he just paused on this game and decided to fling 5 midfielders on the park. We don't know that. I don't think we'll ever will know. Maybe it was psychological towards the board to push the Ryan Kent move through. I don't see that being his type. I don't think that's Stevie G's style, but I really don't think that was his style. I know Shea Ojo played through an injury on Thursday. He played through the pain. I don't know if it was just too much for him not to start, and Arfield obviously is more proven on the right. I don't know about the Jordan Jones situation. I don't know whether it was just they just didn't want to fling Jordan in there and they trust Joe Aribo more. I think that's maybe more to do with things, but I don't know, mate. It's just got to be a learning curve, isn't it, Jim? We've just got to go onwards and upwards now for us, mate.
Stardog, I'm going to disagree with you there, mate. Why would you drop a guy who's flying high, scores a winner in a European tie during the week, then drops him in the Sunday?
Well, it's no me picking the team, Jim. I'm just trying to get in Stevie's mind.
You're saying there he's learned, but he's not learned. He done the same last season.
I'm not saying he's learned. I'm saying hopefully we can learn and move onwards and upwards. That's what I said. I've not said he's learned. I said hopefully.
He's not learned. He done the same last season. By the way, I love Steven Gerrard.
If you look at the 3 games that came after that, if you look at the 3 games that came after that, Jim, we went for them and we were the better team than them. I don't know why. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so confusing.
Many points did they win the league?
Many
points did they win the league?
9.
9? Well, see if you go and look at all the Kilmarnock games. I'm going to point to an instance when we came back after the win day last year, the Christmas break, against Kilmarnock. He changed the team. Inconsistency again, and that's what cost us at Kilmarnock.
But it was blocked for us up until that game there, Jim.
What's that?
We've won every game up until that one game. It's
what I'm saying is, it would cost us at Kilmarnock because he changed our winning team, mate. That's what cost us at Kilmarnock.
I think it's fair to say, you guys, that I think you are actually agreeing with each other. Maybe slightly different. Maybe slightly different in
no, we are.
I know I'm saying I think you both agree with each other. It's just a different way of putting it across. That's all. I do think the manager. I'll say it again.
Tactics.
I'll say it again. I do think the manager, his selection was a bit wrong for a lot of the fans, if not all the fans. Don't get me wrong. We're not saying that the players he picked were bad players, but we just.
I don't think Celtic were angry either.
I think we're
annoying about it.
We're all the same. We have to allow the manager now to. I think that's 2, shall we say, tactical decisions he's made, and it's potentially cost us both games, if not 3 games, should I say. So it has to, somewhere along the line, has to get that out of his system and just get it the way he likes it. So,
see, when you listen to him after the game on Sunday there, he wasn't pointing the finger at his tactics. He was pointing the finger at the players.
But
to me suggests he isn't grasping that he's making mistakes.
No, but if he's giving them a game plan and they were playing to that, he'd be disappointed in them. And that's the thing that we don't know, because I couldn't see any shape, and I was disappointed with the team selection. But he might have worked on a game plan that they never carried out, and that's what we'll never know, Jim. Yeah, I'm going to go to
Did any of you actually see the blog? It was the guy that done the blog the other day there regarding the tactics and the positioning of our bodies when we were receiving balls. How many negative balls did we play back away when we should have went forward in Sunday there? Absolutely unbelievable. Which again suggests to me that the players didn't agree with the positioning and what they should have been doing. That's what I mean. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Can I just come in there?
Would it be fair to say that Steven Gerrard has played the last Old Firm game almost the same way as he played the first Old Firm game he was in charge with?
Why?
Can we let Smurf come in, and then we're going to go to Big Ulster, because I want to hear Big Ulster's thoughts.
So, I just think that, he'll chop and change his team. He's trying to rotate players, keep them fit, etc., etc. There'll be an element of trust over Morelos. He probably doesn't trust him in an Old Firm powder keg. But really, I think there's no excuse. Whatever 11's put in that park, and it is 100% Stevie G's fault, absolutely. Whatever 11's put in that park should be given 100%. But no Rangers team should ever walk out to Ibrox Park and not be attacking for 90 minutes. And that never happened. Now, if that's his tactics or the players didn't perform, or maybe his tactics inhibited the performance, his selection did, it's inexcusable. But for me, I just think I understand the rotation because of the volume of games, 60-game season, etc., etc. I understand these sort of ideas with rotation and all that. But if you think back to Walter Smith's last tenure in charge, we had that thing where guys that weren't getting game time were playing in domestic cups, and that might be a better route for him to go down. Rather than rotation system. That's my point, really.
Ulster.
Ox, is it alright if I come in here? Because I'm going to head off shortly, and I just wanted to reply to what the boys had said. It's Steve, by the way, Paul.
On you go,
I was going to the first thing I was going to say is you're speaking about why would you change a 11 team, but this is the first game that we've lost this season, and we've not played really the same team in 2 games in a row. We've been rotating the strikers. So that's, he's not the only real thing that he did. I think that everybody would agree that was wrong was playing Aribo. Where he played him, he should have been in the middle of the park where he's been playing all season. That part of his team, he shouldn't have changed 100%. But if you're speaking about the striker, he's said it himself. The reason that he went with Defoe was because of freshness. Morelos had put in a really tough shift on the Thursday, and Defoe was fresher. That's why he went with Defoe. However, with the way that he set up, Defoe was just far, far too isolated. And the way that Morelos kind of plays, he's holed up, and the fact that he can win headers and stuff. He would have been better. Watching the way that we played the game, he would have been better up front. But just to answer your question, you're asking why he didn't play Morelos. He picked Defoe because of freshness. He said that himself.
The Defoe must have been really fresh, because you never kicked a bottle up street neither, or whatever it's called now.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Good point.
Gee, listen, mate, thanks for the call. Always great to be, and don't be a stranger, eh?
I'll try and go on a wee bit more. I've been listening. I've been kind of driving home for work while we've been on at the night, and
if you've got any spare time, we're looking to help somebody with health and safety course, mate. Yeah.
And we're looking for singers as well. Don't remember we need singers. And my gout.
I'll know the old singing.
Cheers, James.
Right, guys. Right, boys. See you later.
Yeah.
Cheers, James.
Big Ulster, you're all man, so it's a good barometer. What was the talk in there when the team was announced?
Everybody was baffled, totally baffled. The only time I'll ever agree with that Neil Lennon fella was when he said he knew he was winning that game after 5 minutes. And I would say he knew he was winning that game as soon as the team sheet was brought out, because their weakness is their left and right back. It's been proved time and time again in Europe. They've been ripped to shreds. We decided to put a lot of players in midfield and not attack where their biggest weakness is, which is their defence. The reason we lost that game is simple. Stephen George tactics lost us that game. Some players didn't play great in the midfield like Zavaribo, but they were asked to play positions they have not been asked to play the whole season. We've played the clubs like Midtjylland, who are good quality sides away from home and at home, and where we're strongest is attacking on our wings, and that's where we were winning those games. Why he changed it, I don't know, and I think he'll be having Mike Murs himself over it. And I think he was actually quoted as well after the match that he'll analyse his own performance on the day, and that to me suggests his team selection. Just baffles me. And I know people's a wee bit annoyed that Morelos didn't play, and I get that. But if Defoe had played with wingers, I think that game would have been completely different. But the way he set up, putting Defoe up there against two big centre-backs and lumping a ball up to him was never going to work. And unfortunately, when we made that mistake and they got their goal, it was easy for them to set up to try and counteract and just sort of contain us until they could do the breakaway in the second half. So that's why it didn't work. But I think if we had started with our wingers where we're strong, we could have blew that team out of the water in the first half and would have had a comfortable second half because everybody was confident getting into the game. But unfortunately, our manager didn't seem to be as confident in his team as what the support were, and he went a bit negative for me, and that's why we came away with a loss.
100% correct, big man.
Jim, but look, I'm really disappointed in Sunday, and I'll accept everybody's points, and I think everybody's got that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I know.
Point of view, but just maybe the odd bit slightly different. But Jim, have we got a right to be disappointed? We've came a long way where we are. All right, we're 3 points.
I'm not disappointed. I think we have got a right to be disappointed because I don't think they're as great as they think they are.
Oh, that's not the issue. I mean, I thought, listen, for the start of the second half, they were happy with a 1-0 victory.
Yeah.
I
don't think we were out the game until they scored the second goal.
No, but they were just playing the game out, wasting time, doing, diving, tripping, taking ages with throw-ins, trying to get them retaken back. We killed the game. That was their tactic as soon as they got the goal.
That's the worst we played this season, and in my opinion, and you know, as you say, they were doing everything to kill that game. So if we'd have turned up firing on all cylinders with a proper game plan and you know the correct selection, then I've got absolutely no doubt we would have taken them apart, we would have dismantled them. So
can I come in on that,
yeah?
On you go, Bridge.
No, I was just going to say that I was saying it earlier, and most of the guys have said it. But look, somewhere along the line, Rangers as a club need to get their strength back, and in particular Ibrox. There's no way we should be playing in any defensive mode at all when we're at Ibrox. We should be on the front foot. The team should be picked. All the players should be picked that play on the front foot, and that's what they should be doing in the build-up to it. And I know we're playing in Europe. I know it's difficult, and I know people are going to run out of steam, things like that. But we should have the manager should know who he wants to play, particularly against in an Old Firm game at Ibrox. You know, go to Parkhead. That's a different thing. You could play 2 banks of 4. You could do whatever you like and try to not to lose a goal. Do what you want. Personally, I prefer to play 4-3-3 if that's what we play. But we need to do it at Ibrox, and we need to stop people coming through our defence, just like they did in Sunday. Just like they did. You know, at the end there, that boy that ran through, he must have ran 40, 50, maybe more yards with the ball. And he got 2 shots at the goalkeeper. 2 shots at goal and scored.
10 men in their box or something, trying to get the equaliser.
Absolutely. Oh, no, I'm not blaming anything. I'm just saying, this is, when you think about it, what's happened, they make a breakaway. That's how lucky they were. They make a breakaway, but good luck to the guy. The guy had 2 shots at the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper makes a save, and then, you know, what can you do? Can't do nothing about it.
Guys, can I possibly ask you something here? And it's something that's annoying me, by the way, since about 3 o'clock this afternoon. I don't know if any of these are on the continuous credit or whatever regarding these European tickets. And I hope there's somebody actually listening for the club here. They sent out the emails a day at 3:30 telling people that 12 hours time they were taking the money off them for these European tickets tomorrow. 12 hours, Keens fans, 12 hours notice. I don't think it's acceptable. This same cock-up happened last season, where they ended up pushing the date for taking the money off of people. I mean, I don't know about yourselves, but I just paid 2 payments for my season tickets there on Monday, my 2 final payments. Then 48 hours later, they're demanding another £200 off me regarding these European tickets. I think it's an absolute disgrace, the way we've been treated regarding these tickets. I'm not refusing to pay them, and I will pay them, but I think it's the time that they're giving the fans. I think something should be getting looked at here. I hope there's somebody maybe when the club actually listening here. I think it's shocking.
I think it would be fair to take them out. I think it would be fair, and I think that's a great point, mate, because everybody, well, unless you're Bridgeman, everybody has cash flow problems, don't they?
You're right.
But I think it would be fair if they'd made it the last day that season tickets could pick up their tickets by. So that I believe that's the 13th. Is that right?
I think so. I think that's what it is. I think they've made a total booby here. But 12 hours notice, come on.
But they could have took the money out on the 13th, mate, yeah? And that would be the same time that the season ticket holders could pay for their tickets, yeah? I thought that would be fair and a decent compromise, Jim.
I think so. Again, as I'm saying, I'm not complaining and I'm not worried about the money. But again, see the prices they're charging. We're getting charged £111 and that mob across the road they're getting charged £72 for the same product.
Aye, but look, we know where we are and what we want to do and get behind.
I know. As I'm saying, I'm not. It's the way the club are doing it, and I think they made a mistake with this last year. The same thing happened, and I don't think they've learnt anything there.
12 hours notice doesn't sound a lot. I get your point. Anybody, any views on that? I mean, the last day of the season tickets, pick them up, take the money out that day. You know, so it's reasonably fair. That would have done for me. Fox, you're on continuous credit. Oh, he might still be busy.
I'm on a continuous credit. I'm on a continuous credit.
I don't. There's too many zeros in your account for even.
I don't even. I see the emails. I don't necessarily. I don't go in and look too much about it. I'm quite happy. I got the emails that say da. I'm going to go to the game. I'm paying it automatically. Done. So I'm hoping that the club do everything on an automatic basis. They take my money and away they go. I do agree that 111 versus the 72, I think it was, that they paid. It seems a lot more. But when I look at my stadium. I look at our stadium where the Rangers are, and I don't mind paying them extra money. Our club, our board are trying their best to get money in, to bring decent players in. We've got Ryan Kent in. We're lifting the quality all the way. So I just look back and think where I was to where I am now. I'm sitting in a beautiful stadium, absolutely gorgeous it is, and I'm pleased. I'm really happy.
Folks, that's not the issue, mate. That is not the issue with me. The issue is the timing that they're giving fans to pay these tickets, mate.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that's what I was asked a question about it. That's what all I see. I look for the email. It says that's it. That money's been taken off you. I'm happy. I don't bother.
Jim, it wouldn't have been difficult to plan all that at the start of the season and tell people when it is, because when all these events, if this happens, that will come out in that date. Because we know when the European fixtures are going to be if you qualify. So just with a wee bit of forward planning, a wee bit of communication, you would have a lot more notice as well.
I think they're putting fans under unneeded pressure. That's my view on it. That's my personal opinion on
it. Are you saying that they're taking the money off you too quickly?
It's a notice. I would say aye. Well, I'm going to add to it, right? See the final. See if anybody paid the 4 payments on their season tickets, right? Paid them up, which I done myself. I've got to pay 2 adult tickets, right? So the final payments, they're due for that. They get 10 out of my bank on Monday there. 246 bangers, right? They're then sending this out on the Wednesday night at 3:30, telling you that just over 12 hours later, they're taking £212 out my bank, £222 out my bank and more again. I'm actually just lucky that I never get any Livingston tickets, because apparently the Livingston tickets are getting taken out of people's banks on the Friday as well. I mean, come on. I think that something needs to be looked at there. That's my take on it. Again, I'm not complaining about how much I'm charging.
What you're not complaining about is the price, mate. What you're complaining about
No. It's the way they're doing it.
I've got to sympathise, mate. I really do. Ulster, big Ulster. You're a reasonable man. You're a sensible man. You're a family man.
Be careful, Ulster.
Yeah,
Be careful, Ulster.
Big man's going to shut an Ulster right here.
He's not saying nothing. Come on, big man.
He's in a lot of trouble.
All right.
His lasses are getting him into trouble.
Smurf, I think your club could be a wee bit more common sense there than the point, Jim.
Well, the thing is, it's like you said, you know, in any event, they've got a forward plan for games that they're going to play potentially in the future. There's policing, health and safety, you know, all these different aspects to be looked at. You know, it's not like they don't know they're going to play. It's not as if they're not going to. No, but there's all these things that have got to be, you know, provisionally planned for in any event. So that's just, you know, another aspect to it, and they're not doing it. And it's, you know, they can fire an email out saying, you know, we're taxing you X amount in the next couple of days. Well, with a bit of planning, they could have sent that email out, you know, the day after we qualified. It's not hard, is it? Can it be?
All right, I think Big Ulster's back with us. How we doing, big man? You back? No, you still no ways. Stardog, I know you're no one continues credit, but that's a valid point. Jim's got a bit of common sense is all we're looking for.
Aye, definitely, mate. It's just, as it go into today, obviously they've got to wait until the Rangers actually officially make the group stages and then the money happens. Is that the way it works? Because obviously they can't just put that on your season ticket. If Rangers aren't actually in the group stages.
Continuous credit signed up for every match. It's available for tickets, yeah?
Right, okie doke. Right, I see. I'm not with the programme, man. I'm clueless when it comes to all this, mate. But it's a lot of money, that's all I know. It's a lot of money to pay. And I would imagine there's quite a few folk that aren't happy with the prices, but club know that's where the money's made.
But Jim's not complaining about the prices. What he's saying is, he's not even complaining about paying his season ticket yesterday. What he's saying is, he's got 12 hours notice that they're going to take that in the bank. Now, he might not be getting paid till Friday.
Right, aye. That's not right. Aye, I could imagine he wouldn't be happy with that. I wouldn't be happy with that neither. But I just don't know the ins and outs of it all, Oxshare. I really don't, mate. But it's crazy how they can just do that to you. You've got 12 hours to pay up, or basically that's it.
Matter, guys, they usually give you a good bit of notice that the tickets are getting taken off for whatever games he's coming up. They usually give them the due. They're usually on the ball. It's usually maybe 10, 12 days before it, whenever the tickets are getting me. But I just feel as if they've been a bit thingy here, mate, regarding less than just over 12 hours, and they're telling people that money's going to come out of their bank on the Thursday. Yeah. Could have been done better. That's my take on it. Again, I'm no moaning about the prices or anything else. It's the way they're doing it.
It's amateurish, isn't it? It just comes across really amateurish. It should be more professional, and everybody should be afforded as much notice as possible before any organisation comes calling for money. It's just common sense, and it's good manners, isn't it?
Aye, we just have to be a wee bit better. Treat the customer a bit better. Jim, I accept the point, a real valid point, mate.
No bother, guys. Listen, thanks for letting me air my views. I know I'm a wee bit angry at times, but thanks for letting me air my views, guys. And keep up the show. No bother, guys.
You're welcome on here anytime, mate.
No problem. No problem.
You know, we'll start charging you. We'll give you 24 hours notice.
Brilliant. Right. No bother, guys. Catch you later, guys. Good night, okay? See you later.
Cheers, mate. I've got to say, I sympathise with him there, Smurf. I mean, 250 quid approximately. Not everybody's got that line in their bank, have they?
No, it's a lot of money. It's just rude as well. It's just a case of, you know, afford everybody, you know, a wee bit of courtesy and let them know in advance, you know, what they're going to need to pay. You know, because somebody may not be able to afford it and elect to not have that ticket. I don't know if you can do that, but I would imagine you can.
You've signed up for them all, mate.
Oh, have you? Right. Okay.
Aye.
So, but you know, they can put measures in place to meet their obligations. Then, you know, because you know, it might be that, you know, people are flush, they've got the cash, hence that they're going to be signed up to it in the first place or whatever. I would imagine that you would do your sums and you do your budgets and you go, I can afford that. You would sign up to it. But, you know, things happen, you know, people get ill, etc., and whatever, maybe not being able to work and unforeseen circumstances may set in and people can't afford it. It's, you know, through no fault of their own.
A wee bit of communication, that's not.
That's it. It's just not a lot. It's not difficult, is it?
You know.
Absolutely.
Aye.
No, it's bad, and it looks amateurish as well. It doesn't reflect well on the club in terms of the club's image. The club's sort of rebuilding, and you know, Rangers were always a prestigious club. That
I think along with the security as well, there's a number of questions being asked. For instance, the queues appear to be longer to go into Ibrox, with the new the new cards, the new cards to get in. You know, that security side. It seems people are saying, listening to people talking, they're saying, I think the queues are longer, so it must be taking longer to get a single person in. And I can't believe that's happening. But that's what they're saying, that it seems to be longer to go in there. And obviously, maybe it's just a wee learning curve, and the fans will get used to it. Maybe in a couple of months' time, they'll just be whizzing through, and that's all there is to it. But I was quite amazed that people were saying that. And it's like what's happening with you when you say, or what's happening, what we were speaking about earlier, is that they're giving you 12 hours notice and then they're going to take something out of your bank. Two things could happen. Either you might have enough in there, but they're going to skin you, like make you skint, or you don't have anything in there, and it causes you major problems, absolutely major problems. So, yeah, I agree that something needs to be done, and I'm wondering if maybe could that be reported or find out if other people are having a similar problem, and it could be reported to the Club 1872 or the SLO. If it gets reported that way, something might be done about it, and maybe they could even ask them a question at the AGM to say, because it's not good enough if there's fans when they find themselves in financial difficulty. I don't mean they're all going to be totally skint. I just mean because of the sort of short space of time.
I don't mean to cut across you, but we're well past our time, mate. We're at the over.
Oh my God! So it is. Well, what can I say? I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight. I thought I hope everybody else has. It's been really, really good. Smashing talk. Well done to yourself, Oxtear. Superb. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here, on Rangers Radio, every single one is, please keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really, really need us. Cheers.
Well, can I thank everybody who's took the time to join us this evening on the show. Some great calls. Everybody for listening in the lobby and everybody listening all in the world to Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Fox.